The University of Malaya is a public research university located in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It is the oldest and most esteemed university in Malaysia. The university's name was abbreviated as Malaya during the pre-independence period. The university was founded in 1949 as a public-funded tertiary institution. Today, it has more than 2,500 faculty members. In 2012, was granted autonomy status by the Ministry of Higher Education. Today, the university is divided into 12 faculties, 2 academies and 3 centers, namely, Faculty of Law, Faculty of Engineering, Faculty of Dentistry, Faculty of Medicine, Faculty of Built Environment, Faculty of Economics and Administration, Faculty of Business and Accountancy, Faculty of Education, Faculty of Science, Faculty of Languages and Linguistics, Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, Faculty of Computer Science and Information Technology, Academy of Malay Studies, Academy of Islamic Studies, Cultural Center, Sports Center and Center for Foundation Studies. In 2015, the QS World University Rankings has ranked at the 146th place in the world. Also in the same year, the university is ranked 29th place in the QS Asian University Rankings, 3rd in Southeast Asia and is the highest-ranked learning institution in Malaysia. History King Edward VI Medical College of Medicine The establishment of the university began with the issue of shortage of medical assistants in Singapore and Penang during the late 1890s. The problem was addressed in a report published by the Education Commission in April 1902. In the report, it was stated that the Commission was in favour of establishing a medical school to fulfil the demand for medical assistants in government hospitals. However, such view was not in favour among the European community. Legislation was passed by the Straits Legislative Council in June 1905 under Ordinance No. 15/1905. The school opened on July 3, 1905 and began functioning in September. On September 28, 1905, Sir John officiated the school under the name the Straits and Federated Malay States Government Medical School unregistered trademark. The school was located in the old female lunatic asylum near the Singapore General Hospital at Sepoy Lines off New Bridge Road, where 4 of the asylum buildings were converted into a medical school. In 1907, a lecture hall and laboratory were added. There were no library and room to keep pathological specimens. In 1905, there were 17 medical students, 4 students attending the hospital assistant course. 5 years later, the enrollments increased to 90 medical students and 30 trainee hospital assistants. The school had only 1 permanent staff, which was the principal. The teaching staff were employed on a part-time basis. The principal was Dr. Gerald Dudley Freer, who previously served as senior colonial surgeon resident of Penang. The school council wanted to gain recognition of its diploma by the General Council of Medical Education in the United Kingdom to ensure that the Licentiate of Medicine and Surgery diploma offered by the school would gain worldwide recognition. In 1916, the GCME recognized the Licentiate of Medicine and Surgery diploma offered by the school. The licentiates were placed on the General Council unregistered trademark S colonial list of the British Medical Register and were entitled to practice anywhere within the British Empire. In 1910, Dr. Robert Donald Keith became the second principal of the school. The first 2 years of the 5-year course were devoted to pure science studies. Physics, biology and chemistry were taught in the first year, followed by physiology and elementary anatomy in the second year. The remaining 3 years were attachment to clinical clerkships in medicine, surgery and midwifery, which covered pathology, hygiene and medical jurisprudence. Materia medica was integrated into the 4th year, where practical pharmacy was taught. Students were posted to several hospitals, initially at the Singapore General Hospital. From 1908 onwards, attachments were made to Tan Tock Seng Hospital and Kandangka Bay Maternity Hospital. In 1912, the medical school received an endowment of $120,000 from the King Edward VII Memorial Fund, started by Dr. Lim Boon Keng. Subsequently, on November 18, 1913, the name of the school was changed to the King Edward VII School of Medicine. In the first batch of 16 students of 1905, only 7 made to the final and graduated in May 1910, while the remaining 6 students graduated in 4 months later and others resigned from the school. In 1919, the dropout rate had risen to 35%, while in 1939 the number of students failed in their final examinations stood at 44%. At this time a hostel was built to accommodate 72 male students from the Federated Malay States. In 1921, the school was elevated in status to college. Between 1920 and 1930, the college went through a series of transformations, by replacing the old teaching staff with a younger generation of professionals, and also 9 new chairs were created, the first in anatomy in 1920, followed by medicine, surgery, and midwifery and gynecology in 1922, and clinical surgery, bacteriology, biology, biochemistry, and dental surgery in 1926. And the 10th chair for pathology was created in 1935. In 1923, the Collegia Euro unregistered trademark S new building at Outram Road was commenced. It was completed in November 1925 and officially opened by Sir Lawrence Gillimard in February 1926. During the opening ceremony, the college conferred honorary diplomas on Sir David James Galloway, Dr. Malcolm Watson and Dr. Lim Boon Keng. In 1929, Dr. George V. Allen, the new principal, took the helm, succeeding his predecessor Dr. McAllister. Raffles College. The establishment of Raffles College was a brainchild of Sir Stamford Raffles and Dr. Robert Morrison. Sir Stamford, the founding father of Singapore, had knowledge of the Malay language and culture, while Morrison was a distinguished sinologist missionary. Both men wanted to establish a centre dedicating to the study of Malays and Chinese at tertiary level. On June 5, 1823, a site designated for an education institution had its foundation stone laid by Sir Stamford. Soon after that, Raffles left for England and Morrison left for China, thus the establishment of the school never happened. The school building was revived as an English school named the Raffles Institution. In 1918, Sir William George Maxwell, the colonial secretary of the Straits Settlements, chaired the Maxwell Committee to review the scheme to commemorate the centenary of the founding of Singapore by Sir Stamford. The committee members were Roland Bradell, A. W. Still, Sai Ling Sai, Dr. Lim Boon Keng, Muhammad Yusuf bin Muhammad, N. V. Sumi, and Manasseh Mayer. The working committee headed by H. W. Firmstone recommended the establishment of a college for tertiary education to commemorate the centenary founding of Singapore. On July 12, 1919, the government decided to undertake the construction of the building with the cost not more than $1 million and would contribute $50,000 as annual recurrent expenditure as soon as the Centenary Committee had collected $2 million for the Raffles College Endowment Fund. On August 31, 1920, the committee had achieved the figure, amounting to $2,391,040. On May 31, 1920, Richard Olaf Winstedt was appointed as the acting principal of Raffles College. The course offered was a 3-year basis. The establishment of the school was seen far more systematic compared to the King Edward VII Medical College. The school was situated at a site called the Economic Gardens and was designed by Cyril A. Ferry and Graham Dorban. And the construction took place in 1926. On July 22, 1929, Raffles College was established to promote arts and social sciences at tertiary level for Malayans. The courses offered were divided into art and science streams. 4 years later, the College Council proposed changes in the curriculum, so that the diploma could be furthered to a degree through external examinations in collaboration with universities in England. In 1937, Sir Shenton Thomas declared the college would have a full-time principal. The college had its 4th principal, Alexander Keir, succeeding Frederick Joseph Morton. By 1939 war was waged in Europe, and had put a halt to the development of the college. The war in Europe came to Asia and Singapore was invaded by the Japanese in February 1942. After the war, the school was reopened and W. E. Dyer was principal. The future of Raffles College was uncertain, until 1948 when Dr. George V. Allen, who was formerly the principal of King Edward VII Medical College, posted as the last principal of Raffles College. The college was amalgamated with the former, for the making of a university for the Malayans. University of Malaya In 1938 the government appointed a commission under the chairmanship of Sir William H. Maclean to study the higher education potential and progress in Malaya. The commission concluded that Malaya was not ready to have a university, and that a university college would be more suitable. In 1939, the higher education in the British colonies appointed a commission led by Justice Asquith to further study the matter. The commission shared the same opinion as the former Maclean Commission. In 1946, Dr. Raymond Priestley, the Vice-Chancellor of Birmingham University, was invited by the British Malaya government to continue the review of setting up a university for Malaya. The Priestley Commission shared the same opinion as the Maclean Commission, which was to form a university college first. In 1947, the Secretary of State for the Colonies appointed Sir Alexander Carr Saunders to chair a commission to study the development of tertiary education in Malaya. Initially, the Carr Saunders Commission shared the same opinion as the Maclean Commission. However, after the report was completed, Sir Alexander listened to the thoughts of the Alumni Association of the King Edward VII College and also the Medical College Students' Union. He was impressed with the ideas of the President of the Students' Union, Dr. K. Shanmugarashnam. In 1948, the Carr Saunders Commission supported the establishment of a university for the Malayans. As a result, a university named the University of Malaya was chartered under the Carr Saunders Commission in 1949. The formation of the University of Malaya on October 8, 1949 in Singapore was under the merger of King Edward VII College of Medicine and Raffles College, where the latters were established in 1905 and 1929, respectively. In Carr Saunders Commission Unregistered Trademark S report in 1949, it was stated that the university shall act as a single medium of mingle for enhancing the understanding among the multi-ethnics and religions in the Bacthan Malaya. The university too should be modelled after the tertiary educations in the United Kingdom of Great Britain in term of academic system and administration structure. The Carr Saunders Commission postulates a Euro-OEV principle that all children who show the necessary capacity should enjoy an equal chance of reaching the university. And, in particular, that no able child should be handicapped in climbing the educational ladder by race, religion, rural domicile, or lack of means. In 1959, the university was divided into two autonomous campuses, one in Singapore and the other in Kuala Lumpur. In 1961, the governments of Malaysia and Singapore passed the legislation to make the university a national university. As a result of such desire, on January 1, 1962 the University of Malaya in Kuala Lumpur was permanently located on a 309-hectare land and remained with the name. However, the campus in Singapore became the University of Singapore. On June 16, 1962, the university celebrated the installation of its first Chancellor, Tunku Abdul Rahman, Malaysia's first Prime Minister. The first Vice-Chancellor was former Dean, Sir Alexander Oppenheim, the world-renowned mathematician who formulated the Oppenheim conjecture in 1929. When Oppenheim left in 1965 with no successor in sight, Raisin Huang, who later went on to become the first Asian Vice-Chancellor of the University of Hong Kong, was asked to take over as the acting Vice-Chancellor. He served in that capacity for 12 months but declined reappointment to return to academic pursuits. Chin Fung Ki, an authority in geotechnical engineering, replaced Huang as acting vice-chancellor until the university filling the position in 1967 by the appointment of James H. E. Griffiths. A distinguished physicist and a Fellow of Magdalen College, Oxford, Griffiths was also the former head of Clarendon Laboratory of Oxford University and one of the discoverers of ferromagnetic resonance. Coat of arms The University of Malaya Unregistered Trademark S coat of arms was designed under a council established in 1961, chaired by Tan Sri Waisifu. The members of the committee involved in the design were the chairman of the council, Waisifu, Professor A. Oppenheim and Professor Unku Aziz. The coat of arms was officially chartered in April 1962 by Tunku Abdul Rahman, the University unregistered trademark's first chancellor. The coat of arms is divided into two parts, namely the chief and the base. The chief is a bundle of 17 strips of the leaves of Borassus flabilosa or the Pamir palm. These strips were used as printed material for ancient books by the Malays, long before paper was invented. On the center of these 17 strips is the University unregistered trademark's motto, a Imu Punchakemawana unregistered trademark. The motto consists of a Umra unregistered trademark derived from Arabic, a Puntra unregistered trademark from Sanskrit, and a Kemawana unregistered trademark from Malay. These words mean knowledge is the source of progress. In the center of the emblem is a hibiscus of Rosa sinensis species encircled by 3 Malayan tigers. The tigers symbolize the 3 main races in Malaysia, who work hand in hand to protect the nation and uphold the duty to serve the country. Rankings: University of Malaya has been ranked consistently among top 500 universities in the world according to reputed ranking publishers such as QS, AWU, US News and World Report in the last few years. In 2015 it has been ranked 54th in engineering and technology in QS World Ranking. US News and World Report ranked University of Malaya 57th best university in the world in engineering by its subject ranking. Vice-Chancellors. Notable alumni. University of Malaya has produced many notable alumni that have contributed significantly towards the development of Malaysia and abroad. Syed Amin Al-Jafri, Amani Williams, Hunt Abdullah, Sudirman Arshad, Arzalina Othman Said, Abdul Khalid Ibrahim, Muhammad Khaled Nordin, Anwar Ibrahim, Abdullah Ahmad Badawi, Mahathir Muhammad, Musa Hikam, Mohd Khalil Yaqub, Adnan Yaqub, Unku Aziz, Muhammad Hussain, Muhyiddin Yassin, Daniel Doral, Fadzila Kamza, Kasna Joan, Lee Hong Susan Lim, Lim Hock Seo, Mohd Said Hussain, Ramon Navarashnam, On Pang Boon, Esanathan, Rex Shelley, Gary Yap, Mohd Shafay Abdullah, Ziti Ukhtar Aziz, Rin Lim, Victor Guy, Nga Kerming, Nji Kaham, Teresa Koch, Edwin Thumbu, Satwant Singh Dalewal, Sivareza Rusayad, Azil Nawawi, Shirley Jeeklin Lim, Brian Nixon Lamas. Razali Ismail. See also, University of Malaya Botanical Gardens Rimba Imu, University Malaya Medical Centre, Centre for Foundation Studies, National University of Singapore. References. External links, official website. Coats of arms of the National University of Singapore and its predecessors.